Hey everybody, welcome! I'm Dwamktag and I am very casual. There is a character in the game Dicey Dungeons, which is a great roguelike deck builder. Just needed to make a video about. Her name is The Witch, and she is by far the most interesting character I think Dicey Dungeon has. Now, as you can see right here, I have Dicey Dungeon up, and I really want to discuss how to play the witch, because you know what, she actually is very difficult to play and it's really hard to actually get started with her a lot of the time. So yeah, let's break her down. Now, one of the reasons why this character is so gosh darn difficult to learn is because she has a different mechanic than every other character in the game. So let's take spellbook and drag it right over here. Here we have our spellbook. It's got Cauldron in it and it's got Infliction. Now, this is why this character is very difficult to play. You build a build every 2 levels. You skip 1, 2 and 3 you make a build, 4 and 5 you make a build, and then you go to 6. First floor, very easy. You have to try to lose. You can also throw dice with this character. If you throw a burning dice, it will do 2 damage. So always on the first floor, you're gonna be able to find 2 cards. More than likely, you will find Nudge and Magic Missile, as well as you'll have access to 3 elemental spells. One of them is electric-based, one of them is ice-based, and one of them is fire-based. As you can see, Magic Missile is a wonderful card. I always believe it should go in the 3 slot. You can build it around the 2 slot, but that is completely your choice. Upon your first level up, you'll have access to one of 3 spells. Those spells are Burning Light, Electric Shock, and then the ice one I can't remember off the top of my head. Normally, you will always take Electric Shock. Electric Shock is very powerful and a very useful card. And in the second floor, you are more than likely to run into Stereo Head, which is a character that is very weak to shock. So I always try to take a shot. If I don't, I'll take the ice one. The fire one is okay at best. Ice is good because you freeze them and they only deal 1 damage, especially like the bully who will do consistently 3 damage unless he rolls higher, but I'm okay with taking 3 damage over 6 damage. Now, where you place these cards is very determinative of which one you take. For example, I will normally put Electric Shock in either the 5 slot or the 2 slot. It could also go in your 3 slot, but again, you should probably put Magic Missile there. The odd version, which is the snow one, which I forget, I think it's Icicle Shards or something like that. You always want to take Icicle Shards and put it in your 2 slot or put it in your 4 slot. Never mix your odds and evens. I will be putting Electric Shock in my 5 slot, and I will be taking Nudge and I will put it in my 6 slot for now. Now, characters you're more than likely going to see is Stereo Head on the 2nd level and Sneezy. In my example run in front of me, I am lucky I got Stereo Head and no Sneezy, which is just a solid start. So we're gonna just punch Stereo Head right in the frickin' face. On the 2nd floor, this is where you find your linchpins of the build you're making. That would be Hall of Mirrors or Magic Spear. If you go with Magic Spear, you will be building what's called a prepared deck, whereas you take Hall of Mirrors, you will be taking the correct build for floor 1. Because Hall of Mirrors says, if you put me in an upgraded slot, you win. I'm gonna take the Hall of Mirrors, I'm gonna zoom it. Is this up? It's big now? It says win the game. I like to put it in slot 4 or slot 5. Not really in slot 6 because I want to use my 6s on my Hall of Mirrors. The problem with this character that Hall of Mirrors fixes is the fact that you don't have enough dice to normally put a large damage output.
Yeah.
When you go to the store, just get rid of Nudge. If they have Healing Crystal, take Healing Crystal. Otherwise, get rid of Nudge. So floor 3 is where you start to get ice characters, which are very scary if you took the ice ability. They proc off of odds, and giving them ones would give them odds. If you can at this point on floor 3 and you still have infliction, get rid of it, the card's bad. By floor 3, you should be having the semblance of an archetype or a build that you like. I normally run for like evens are putting out damage, while odds are finding me the cards to get damage. If you have the chance, this card right here, Illuminate, is very powerful. You put an Illuminate in an upgraded slot, it will give you ×4 of whatever die that is next turn. This is the only reason why you'd put Magic Missile in the 2 slot. Okay, I'm gonna make 4 2s on the next go round, followed by another 4 2. You can actually take this over Cauldron, and it will be just fine. Quite frankly, the card's just that good. Now that you've made it to the 4th floor, you don't have to change your build, but you should also start being able to manipulate your dice to have ridiculous amount of die. So if you want to use that ridiculous amount of die, maybe you pick up a power card in place of one of your setup cards. Just keep trucking along, and with this build, you will start being able to go, oh, I want to electric shock you 8 times this turn. Now, a problem with the Witch is you can get too concentrated on setup without actually dealing damage, which then you have to turn around and go, how do I kill this guy this turn? Luckily, I can just do that. see, at this point, you should be unstoppable if you take Illuminate and Hall of Mirrors and have a damage output card that you want to see over and over and over again. Now, there's a couple other ways to make the build, but this is the one that I find consistently can get you past floor 1. That's pretty much it. Episode 1 should be very easy if you take Illuminate and Hall of Mirrors. You should look for both of those cards in every run you go through. Up to the elimination round, which it gets a little iffy, I still think you should always take an Illuminate. Hall of Mirrors gets less and less effective as the episodes go on. Thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful, please leave a like and share this video on like the Dicey Dungeon Reddit or something. I don't know. Subscribe if you want to see me. If you want to see me break down the entire all the episodes, or break down which 1 through 6, or if you want me to do another character, please let me know. I like doing the table animations and stuff like that. Keep me posted on what you want to do with that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next thing of whatever I do. Thank you so much.